Alrighty, we're coming in live.
Live, except not, because it will be
probably not.
a little bit edited. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Disco Ball Discourse.
Howdy, everybody.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Hayden.
And I hope you can see, if you've ever watched any of our other episodes, that there's a little something different going on today.
Is there?
Yes, your glasses.
Oh, I was like, the setup's the same. Everything's the same.
No, actually, I have to out myself today. The real difference that you almost saw today was that I went to work for 4 hours and reached up to scratch my eye like a lady and realized I had on no mascara.
Yeah. I could feel it from my job.
Oh my gosh. It seemed like the end of the world to me. I felt like I went in to work with no makeup on and sweats or something. It was so embarrassing. And I'm sitting there talking to people and literally nobody noticed. I work with men all day.
I didn't notice even at lunch.
I know. And I was like, oh, look at me. I just look so incomplete, and I didn't. But anyway, I thought that was going to be the big thing, but I put some on for the podcast today. But we've got Mr. Glasses here. So he's going to be so much smarter.
We've got an extra pair of eyes in the house.
Yes. 4 eyes. I haven't called you that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to start. Okay. I got to sneak it up on you, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta make it natural.
Welcome to our podcast. And what we're going to be discussing today is actually we're covering a TV series that we've both watched. I had seen it once before. I asked him to jump in on it. And so we've both seen all 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the TV show. It's the Netflix series You. So.
Yeah. It's all about you. Not you. You.
You. And the word, oh man, I wish I had a word count for that show. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was very. As soon as he said "you," it was like, oh, that's not good. At first, I didn't know. I thought it was like, oh, this is going to be about one of the first girls that he goes after, Beck.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to stick with that, and then after there's going to be some spoilers here. If you're planning on watching the You, we're going to ruin it for you.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about everything.
Just leave a like and a comment of thanks and don't watch the rest.
See, we've saved you if you didn't want to spend all that time watching all the seasons.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you just want a quick recap of everything, here you go. But he meets a girl named Beck at first, and he has an inner monologue the whole season or the whole show. And as soon as he says you, and in a way that only he can.
Oh.
I was like, okay, he's fixated on her. And then as soon as he kills her and the next you comes up, I'm like, here's where
So you doesn't mean you, it
in.
means you.
Yeah, you.
And you're right. Nobody can say it like him.
Hello, you.
The actor himself, his name is Penn Badgley. I hope I didn't say that wrong. He's a nice person in real life, very personable. So he is a really good actor because he gives terrifying through his voice.
Yeah. And also he's a very hairy man.
Yes, he is. In real life, and you can tell because he always looks very 5 o'clock shadow through every single scene. And so you can tell poor guy had to shave a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently he was actually having problems with it, right?
I think so. I mean, because you have to show up on set, you film really long days, and a fresh shaven him still looks like he still needs to shave.
Yeah. So whenever he moves to London because of all the crap that he got into, and he's got kind of the man wolf going on, he was like, I bet he felt so much better.
Oh, I'm sure, because he has this full beard as he has to transform, which we'll go over a little bit more of this, but he goes from very clean shaven in most of the seasons to one season where he's very beardy, and I know he had so much relief.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy is the human, not poor him as the character. So I'm going to go ahead and start out here and let you know that You is based on a 2014 novel by the same name from the author, and I'm going to ruin this. Her name is Carolyn?
Yep, messed it up.
Wait, or was it Caroline?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Carolyn or Caroline, and her last name is Kepnes? That's the best I can do.
Spot on there on the last.
Man, I don't know if it's not Jones. I can't say it right. So the interesting thing, the reason I wanted to include that in this part of the podcast is the entire series, he is a stalker. and he stalks by Instagram, social media sites, using a phone, using emails, things like that. And
Well, he does more than that. He'll actually follow them home and watch them and get close to them, but not too close. But he'll watch them in their daily lives, and then he'll go and get all the background stuff of, oh, how can I present myself by going into their social media and all of that stuff.
well, because the premise of the whole series and every season that comes after it is that he's, kind of going about his daily life, and then he just finds someone that he locks onto. And so
It's fixated.
So the internal monologue is blah blah blah. Here, I'm here to buy this book, and he's like, "Oh, I'll do anything for you." So then he's hyper fixated.
I will help you. These people they don't know him, don't want him or anything. They're just living their lives as best they can, living their best. And all of a sudden, Joe comes up and was like, I can help you. You don't know how bad you are. They're doing just fine.
Yeah,
but in
they're
his
just existing.
eyes, yeah, he can fix them. He can help them.
He's already made up this whole over romanticized story in his head about this is my person. I need to be with you. And it's because you need me.
Yes.
You need
Yes.
me. And I'm going to help you in all of these ways. And they have no clue. So he's already fixated in his head. And then he goes to dive deep, following them, all of the social media and everything. And so he's on the outside appearing to be just this nice guy. Hey, it was nice to see you that one day. And oops, I just ran into you at Central Park. And
yeah, because I read that he looked up on their social media and was, oh, you love to run in Central Park. Well, I guess I'm going to take up running in Central Park so I can accidentally run into you naturally.
into you.
Into you.
And it's so funny because outwardly he presents as such a normal person, and you hear his internal monologue, and it's terrifying.
It is. And now, whenever you were telling me about some of the people that you know saying that they're with Joe, that they understand where Joe is coming from, I can kind of see where people are coming from. I can kind of see it because of how he sounds, how he is justifying his stuff. Now, there is a deal on there that, a main character is always given the pass, really. Whoever the main character is, you can see it from their point of view easier, but instantly, as soon as I heard the guy talking, I'm like, that's not good. That's not okay.
Creep alert.
Yep.
Creep alert immediately.
Yep. Both of us. Yeah, even you were like, right? Right.
Okay, but like he's saying, we're discussing this and the way it's written, and it's from his perspective, and there's a lot of ways that he rationalizes, or even people watching it rationalize a lot of the things that he does. The internet, I remember while these were coming out for real in real time, people were really split. And a lot of the split was, he's a good looking guy. He's so nice. He's just trying to help them and they don't even know it. And then things get darker and darker and get pushed further and further with stalking and breaking those boundaries. And people are still like, but it's okay.
It's not Joe's fault.
It's okay.
Even though Joe is the one who put himself in every one of those positions and every one of those predicaments, just about except in London. But then again, it was actually Joe in the end.
Yeah. So like I said, all the spoilers in the world, or we just confused you. Either way, even if you listen to this whole thing and we tell you all the spoilers, watch the show for what it is, because it's very on the edge of your seat and very interesting. And then give your own perspective, because like I said, for me and for him at the get-go, even having watched it at different times, we're like, this guy's going too far. A lot of people didn't feel that way.
He's pretty, I would say intense, but he's not intense. He is at times, but he's not, as soon as he's fixated 100%, just you, like too much. He's very, as a matter of fact, I can help you. I can do this for you. If you would just understand that all of your friends are just using you and I'm here to help you, you would be so much better. That kind of, as a matter of fact, I would kill for you is not okay. It's very disturbing.
It's interesting to get inside of his mind. What should we start with? Should we just go down the list?
We can go down the list.
Okay, so this is this topic is the evolution of Joe's stalking. So his name is Joe Goldberg.
For a large majority of it.
Not the whole thing.
No.
And it says we want to trace his shift from an intimacy seeker, because he does claim to be in love with these people he's protecting, to a rejected or resentful stalker.
Yeah, he'll see this woman in just something. And I'm not saying that's bad. Not saying that, oh, you see somebody, randomly in a store and you're like, good Lord, that person is just catching my eye. He's just standing out from the crowd. Just the glow, the lighting, something is making that person stand out, man or woman. Nothing against that, perfectly fine. But you know how you walk up to them and you say hi out of nowhere, and either you get rejected or you don't, and you continue on the conversation. It's not what Joe does. No. He is a guaranteed winner. He will figure out who they are. Let me follow you. Where do you live? Let me figure out who you're dating currently, if you are. Who are your friends? What do you do for your hobbies? And then how can I casually come into them?
And take over everything, because no is not the right answer for Joe. He will be with you. He will be manipulative to show you that he is better for you. He'll create situations to where he's the hero, he's the savior, he's all of these things so that he can ultimately
He just
get you.
needs them to see how much better he is for them. They're living their lives, in such a terrible way. They're not. They're just people living their lives. But whenever he comes in, he can help them. He just needs them to see it.
And, he's going to make that happen literally at all costs. And with his first, I will just go ahead and say it, she is a victim completely, because he's never completely honest with anyone. He's just got his own agenda. He kind of wiggles his way into being interesting and asking her out on a date, and just getting into her life that way, and then starting to peel away the layers of alienating the people around her so that he can be her only savior.
Yep.
And that's what he does. And so, like I said, the evolution.
Now, I will say in that first one real quick, Peach, she was using Beck. I'll put it out there.
Okay.
Peach was a terrible person, and Joe was right about that. But how Joe dealt with Peach, not acceptable.
Too far in all aspects of everything. And he tries to do it undercover.
Justified.
Oh, shoot. I should have worn a Joe hat for this episode. He thinks that he's completely undercover if he wears a dark black hat. And he just kind of pulls it over and then just pulls his collar up and does a thing. And he's stalking people everywhere. It's that's you, Joe. You still have a face. Yeah. You can still see. But he at first is looking for this connection, this partnership, this person that he thinks is perfect and going to complete him. And then as things go on, he does become resentful of the people around them. And as they start to have a natural evolution of a relationship, you're too much right now, or I'm going through some things, I don't want to see you tonight, or let's break up. No, it's not going to happen for Joe.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No. And so he has to force the issues to the point where if you're not mine, you're no one's. And to the extreme.
If I can't have you, nobody can.
Nobody. So he'll do this flip. He's a love bomber. If you know what love bombing is, it's just to take everything and then to just throw it at them so that they could give you complete trust. And they are attracted to you, and then they feel like they can't be without you. And then if he sees the slightest little flip in a attitude or a personality, or just you're having a bad day or something, he takes it very personal. And he's like, no, we're not going to do that, to the point where he is forceful.
Yeah, he has a vision of what he can do for them and what they are going to be.
Yes.
Now that Joe is in their lives, this is how he is going to help them become the person that he thinks they should be and can be.
So
they have no idea about.
Well, so discussing these extremes too, it leads to several, and I'm talking the first season, several deaths. Not accidental. No one stepped off a curb and broke their neck. Everything is very intentional because he's trying to control the narrative. So he's taking lives of people in honor of this person all the way to the end, to where he can't be without her, so he takes hers too. And I'm going to just say this, having watched season 1, the first season, which is my favorite, I really couldn't believe he did that. I truly was like, No, it's one of those surprise endings, and then they come back. No, he ended her life brutally.
Yeah, and then blamed it on the psychiatrist.
Yes,
He's good. I'm not going to say Joe is stupid. I'm going to, well, okay, in my eyes, because I'm coming from an OG of Dexter, which there's a lot of similarities. If you've seen Dexter and you've seen you'll notice there's a lot of similarities there. Joe is a freaking idiot.
Joe is an idiot.
Whenever it comes to being a murderer, psychopath, killer, serial killer, whatever you want to call that, he is an idiot and he is very immature about his way of going about it. While Dexter is very methodical, very thought out, he's very good at what he does. But good Lord, whenever Joe lies, he is very smart with it. He is very quick thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He's very mental with his stuff. While Dexter was more of follow the code. Steps 1 through 10, how to murder somebody and not get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Rinse and repeat.
And it was
Really
very
good.
not personal at all on the Dexter side, which actually I have to say, Dexter only came to me where I engulfed all of those seasons and everything because we had watched You together.
Mm-hmm.
And Hayden's watching it and he's like, but there's no moral code to this. And I'm like, nah, he's just selfish and weird.
It frustrated me. Like it frustrated me because I was watching it and I was looking at this dude doing all this. And I'm like, quit. You don't know what you're doing. You're not planning anything. You're doing this for a chick. The chick doesn't want you. Quit being an idiot.
He was so off the cuff and extreme and he didn't plan things. So the similarities are though that Dexter and Joe are serial killers. They both are, but their reasons and the way and everything. And so, okay, also, I'm not pro serial killer. I like exciting things to watch. This is why it's fun. This is why we're discussing it. And I always take it too far because I make everything very personal. So,
but if it happened to me,
yeah, exactly. I do that. And that actually is the reason why I like to watch things like this. I want to know what kind of stuff people are trying to get away with. And I mean it. And it is from personal experience where you can think you know somebody and they've completely flipped it on you. And so I feel like things like this just make me more aware. I know other people watch it for entertainment like a normal person. I don't watch TV like a normal person. I've got some trauma back there. So I'm a little untrusting and I like to see what people could be thinking and what people could get away with. And that's why I liked You. Not because I like Joe as a character. I was not on his side ever. I related to the victims more just because he was just pulling one over on everyone.
Yeah. Well, until the end. And even actually hearing about, what was her name? Bronte and all of them, they knew about Beck from the get-go. We just didn't know about them until the very last season.
Right. They were justice for Beck. And so they were playing Joe at the end to try to get information.
The end of season 4, homegirl, the student, knew about it. So he was starting to trickle in. And Love knew about it. And what's her face's name? Carrie and the guy. The ones who went out and made their book that were stuck in the flower chamber.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. I'm going to lie if I told you the names of those characters.
Yeah.
Each season is so specifically its own thing that you're going on a journey every single time. And he's having to move around because he is a serial killer and he messes things up so terribly. The first season's in New York. The second one is in LA. The third one is in London. Oh, wait. Sorry. Second and third. Second and third is in LA. I'm sorry. I always make that one season in my head.
Guys.
And then the third is in London where he's Wolfman Beard. And then the last one is back in New York.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
As you should be.
I know. And so actually, I'm glad you brought that up because part of the plot and part of what Joe does is he keeps people as prisoners. And it's in this clear box. And he goes through this whole psychological battle.
Just to be clear, that's not a metaphorical prisoner. No, he there's a very big clear box made out of like a bulletproof glass type of material, and it has a one open, one closed door that he'll handle food or medicine or random things. But you can open it and then close it, and then one side can open and close. It can't both be open, so they can't reach out and grab somebody. Now, I will say, his mentor, the original bookstore owner, doing that to him. The original bookstore owner took him in as a kid, and whenever he would mess up, he would leave him in there. Which, and I'm not justifying Joe's stuff, but if you watch it, there is a bunch of things that happen to Joe.
Part of talking about Joe and all these things, and we're just kind of jumping straight into the crazy, but when people are looking at the character and us looking at it right now, we want to discuss whether he is a psychopath. Hands down, that's what I think. Or if he is a product of trauma and neglect because of his past, because they will dive into that. Okay, I said I'm just hands down, he's a psychopath. Trauma and neglect on the level that he experienced it, even having to defend his mother and taking a life to save her at a very young age. Those things are real. You do have to factor that in. And this may not be someone you've ever heard of. I'm not sure. But do you know who Gypsy Rose Blanchard is?
I've heard of Gypsy Rose.
Okay, so Gypsy Rose.
No research. I have no real knowledge.
It's another case we'll have to cover at some point. But she was literally a victim trapped in her mother's house and ends up murdering her mother. And it's kind of the same question.
And her boyfriend too?
Well, her boyfriend's the one who did it. They just right, conspired to do it together. But it's kind of the same question. It's, are you held accountable for your actions because you are just a psycho bad person? Or did the result of all of this underlying trauma did it cause those things? And I don't know. Like, I don't really know. So we can only discuss this on the fake side for Joe, but he did have to kill his mom's boyfriend who was beating her up. Have to kill. I don't know. And he experienced a lot of things like that. So he has a, I want to protect women complex very, very much. And that's where he starts out in his head, but then he ends up taking their lives.
And that's why I think I can see where people are coming from their views. And I can understand without really being able to delve deep into Joe, where, Joe, it seems like really wants to help them. And that's why he says,
at first,
I know how I can help you. He's not like, I'm going to keep you trapped up in my clear cage. Oh, yeehaw. No, I can help you. I know how I can help you. If only you would allow me to help you, your life would be so much better. And that sounds really good.
Because he comes off as a protector and wanting to enrich their lives. And also, if we can share that together, it would be my greatest honor just to take care of you. And that is really where it starts.
He puts them on a pedestal, and this is at first, and he does change that, but he'll put them on this pedestal, this glorious thing. You could be so amazing if I, Joe, could only help you out. And then once he gets them, if he does, which usually he does, because no, it's not an answer for Joe, all of a sudden there's little cracks in the shield. As soon as he gets them, all of a sudden he starts seeing all of their flaws, and their flaws
just
are
being
not
normal.
acceptable. Yeah, no, and they haven't changed. They haven't done anything different. They're still being themselves. But Joe came in with this vision of, once I'm with you, everything will be just magical, fairy tales and rainbows. It'll be glorious. And that's not what ever happened.
Okay, so actually I didn't mean to do this. This isn't the notes. This isn't anything. But I am going to relate this to real life. Okay? Partially from experience. Not with him. We're good.
Yeah.
But
thank you for the clarification.
People in general can do that. You can be like, oh my gosh, if I was just dating someone. Oh my gosh, if we were engaged. Oh my gosh, if we get married, but we have this perfect wedding. And then you just think that there's this ending part where you get there, you're locked in, you're secured, and everything's perfect from there. And so when you don't really take time to have a realistic view on a relationship like Joe, like one day she just didn't take a shower and laid around all day and didn't turn in her homework or whatever it was. She's a college student. And he was like, ew. And she just, it was like her fault for crumbling the romantic view of everything
he envisioned of her. Like the person that I see of you would never do what you just did.
Right. You're just supposed to wake up and have flowing, beautiful hair and write poetry on your laptop and drink coffee, and we're always supposed to giggle and have a great time, and that's all it was. And they had a lot of those things, as people do in new relationships. You do. And then something real happens. You're sick, you're frustrated, outside events, family problems or something like that come up, and people are like, wait a second, you're normal?
You're not perfect.
That's so
But
gross.
in my eyes, I thought you were perfect. And once I got here, you would be perfect, but you're not perfect. So you're not even worth it anymore. That
Literally.
was Joe. Now, there is also another thing that I think a lot of people do in general. And I heard a way that somebody put it today, but it's the want, have, and lose. Whenever we want something, we can fixate on it hard. And the way that I heard it was a phone. I want this new phone. The new phone has all these features. God, I want that phone so much. Look at the phone. The phone is great. It doesn't matter what the phone is. But, oh, God, it's so great. I really want this phone. Well, then you finally get the phone. And now you have the phone. And now it's a phone.
Right.
Within a couple days, you're like, oh, it's a phone. And you have your phone. And all of a sudden that phone, it's this magical thing, is now gone because now you have it. And you're just, playing on your phone, and it's your phone. It's not that big a deal. You have your phone. Cool. Lose your phone.
Oh.
Where's my phone? Oh, I need my phone. I have to have my phone again. The phone that I had is a great phone because I don't have it.
The value just went up.
I found my phone. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, got my phone. And now we're back. And really think about it. Whenever you want something, you can fixate on it. You think about how shiny that thing is. And that's where Joe was with these women. Look at her. She's gorgeous. She needs my help. I could help her. She is so smart. She's so amazing. It's just all of these other things that are happening. If I could be there, I could let her be her true potential self.
And we can live in bliss forever.
And
It's going to reach
yes.
that top tier.
Oh, what if I
stay
had
right
that
there.
phone? My life would be different, huh? Well, then he gets them. And just like getting that new phone, he's all of a sudden like, ooh, shiny. Oh, I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
All the way to the point where season 2 and 3 that I'm talking about that seem like the same season, there's just so long. He does get married. He finds someone who is his match, and her name is Love.
And she murders too.
And find out they're actually truly made for each other in that way. But the thing is, the chase and everything and all the romantic things, and then they get married and they have a child, and you're like, cool, right? Like locked in. Also, we both like to do little murders, like whatever.
Yes, just little.
And so they're together, and it ends terribly with fire and everything.
And I think she catches up with him, technically speaking, on murders real fast.
Yes.
Because she just, at the drop of a hat, let's murder. Joe, kind of in the same way, but not exactly. He was a little more thought out.
She was a little more manic about it.
Yeah, just, oh, I don't like the way you looked at me. Schmack.
Well, and the thing about her is, like, she was kind of still committed. I'm going to give her some credit. She was committed to the marriage, the baby, and the life. She'll fly off the handle and do murders, not giving her excuse there. But Joe, he'd been married and has the kid. And as soon as the new neighbor drives up, he's like, ooh, look at you. And it's like, Joe, my goodness, is nothing good enough for you?
Well, okay, in his defense, and I'm not really defending him, but he went from, oh, this is somebody who understands me.
Yes, because
she's
they
had
did
the
bond over
background.
that.
Yes, and then all of a sudden it's like, why did you kill that person? Why did you kill that person before I could even clean up the person that you already killed? And why are you already planning on killing somebody else before we can even worry about the second person that you murdered today?
Yeah, then he got frustrated. He's like, oh, wait a second. Wait. She's a loose cannon. Like,
yes, and she
I
was.
have reasons, but she's a loose cannon.
Yes. Me, I do it for love and not you, love.
So speaking of love, and the real world, that's kind of why we wanted to discuss this. This is 5 seasons of a show that we could never just kind of sit here and cover in a short amount of time.
We could make the whole podcast about it for a good long time, but I really don't want to do that, and I don't think you do
It's
either.
very frustrating.
Yes.
So what we're doing is we're taking kind of a wrap up of it all and saying, and relating it to real life, because I do anyway, whether I'm told to or not, and saying,
well, wisdom comes at you every day. You can look at this stuff and be like, okay, I can see how this could have happened. I will see if I can see this in everyday patterns and make sure this doesn't happen to me. Yeah, try not to get murdered because I
I'm
kind of
gonna
like
try.
it.
I'm
Do
gonna
your
try.
best.
Try
Do
not to
your
go to
best.
bookstores with my sweater. The one girl at the end, she always had her sweater hanging off her shoulder, and I was like, "Put your sweater on, man."
She is Mormon.
Yes, I do the double sweater cover both my shoulders. Okay, so this is about looking at real world safety and the red flags in relationships and how to protect yourself from manipulative dynamics. Now, I'm going to go ahead and out myself and say, I'm no good at this.
I am no one to talk.
I wasn't in the past. Now, I want to say I have become, because of past events, very hyper vigilant. And let's feel the most sorry for this guy because of that.
Let's all have a moment here for me.
I am sorry. And at the same time, at the end of the day, even though we are a couple, it is about this individual and this individual. And I think the reason why you and I work so well, didn't mean to make this about a couple, but is because we're understanding of the individuals and things they're going through. So at the beginning of our relationship, I came in like this. I mean, gloves up, but so did you.
I came in with, I'm going to hold up standards.
And I think that was it. And I know
Now,
for myself, I hadn't before.
My only one real standard was don't be an alcoholic. Like
Yeah.
that was kind of
That was so funny. He asked me straight up with a straight face looking at me. And I was like, are you like, I thought he was kidding.
Well, technically I texted it and she was like, huh?
No, but then we talked about it
Yeah,
when
no.
we met. And
Well,
we
I
were like,
was
no, really?
just to
are
make sure
you?"
because
Yeah.
some people, are you an alcoholic? No, I mean, I'll have a couple of drinks at night and, Saturdays, I'll really tie one on, but I'm not an alcoholic. I mean, I just drink.
I can stop
every
anytime
night.
I want to.
Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not addicted to alcohol. I just drink it
Yeah,
all the time.
I can
There's a
stop whenever.
difference. Yeah.
So we were really upfront about some serious things, and myself included, because I had been through a very manipulative, long relationship, and there were so many signs that I missed, and I blame myself for that. And so I think that's why I'm hyper vigilant in even watching TV shows and listening to podcasts and things like that, is because it's like, you cannot be so dumb ever again and miss these things. And I know that this TV show You is extreme, where people lose their lives over that, but I'm not even going to write off that that isn't a reality.
No, and some of it you can really look at and overanalyze. One of the things that he did was he liked to isolate those women. He
That's
would,
real.
you just need me. In his mind, he wasn't thinking he was isolating them. What he was thinking is, I am getting you away from all of these bad friends that you have. And like I said, Peach, still hate her. Didn't like her. I'm going to keep saying that. But still, that's her friends. That was her choice to be around them or not. And if somebody is telling you, oh, no reason at all, but I don't like those friends. Well, why not?
They're manipulating you into making a smaller circle to where you can only depend on them.
Yep.
And it's so slow and methodical usually that you can't see it. And then one by one, don't be around your family. Don't be around this friend. Don't do this. And not in a real caring way. And the only goal is to just keep you locked in.
If somebody is with a bad crowd and somebody does see that and they are like, I think I could pluck that one out of all of that madness and help them, that's one thing. But to come in and say all of your friends are bad, whenever, even with Beck, Peach was the only real bad one. The rest of them were like, not the best choices, but they weren't doing
No one
what
was
Peach was
hurting
doing.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peach really was manipulating her.
Well, and in the real life scenario, that's like if I walk in the kitchen and you're on the phone talking to your mom, I'm like, why are you talking to her?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why would, it's
why
just,
didn't you tell me first instead of your mom? Why do you even need to tell your mom? I'm right here. That's bad.
those are manipulative tactics, and it's to control people, and they're little by little. And so in the real life sense, look for red flags like that. Look for even another red flag that Joe did. Anything that they were interested in, that was his thing. I know everything about it. I'm going to do
Instant.
that. Yes, and it's called what is it called, mirroring or something, but it's not genuine. Instead of like you and I, we found a lot of things that we liked about each other and knew about each other. Those things are safe because they're still real. We're this far into it and they're still real. But this dude's not going to like onions and jalapenos and
Absolutely not.
you know, and he that's what people do in the beginning. If you see someone like too many things that you like, you have to question their motives, because that can't be long-standing or real. Even though that's not really abusive, it's a tactic to kind of pull one over on you.
Yeah, well, we like ourselves. Usually, sometimes, we hate ourselves, but whenever it comes to hobbies and our interests, if you liked Star Wars, okay, if I came up and said, hey, I like Star Wars. Now all of a sudden you like me more because we have a similar interest.
Right.
Okay, well, you like burnt tortillas.
Yes, I do.
And I came over and was like, you know how I like to eat my tortillas? Burnt. All of a sudden, bam. Now, do I like Star Wars? No. I like Star Trek.
No, he
The
doesn't.
OG,
He does not.
greatest of all
No, he
time.
does- Whatever.
Numero
He
uno.
has no clue. Come on, Trekkies, get him. He doesn't know.
Yeah, Trekkies, come defend me against this Darth
You
Lord.
probably didn't even know that Trekkies was a thing.
I knew Trekkies, but now it is just referencing to the Trek Star Trek. There's
Yes,
not
the
like
Star Trek community.
Yeah, there's
They're
not, but there's
Trekkies.
not like a alien organism called Trekkies. So it's just Star
No.
Trek.
See what he doesn't know.
I'm teaching her.
No, whatever. He has no idea. Whatever.
But if I was to come up and all of a sudden all of our hobbies and interests were lining up, that would be something that you're like, oh, I can really see myself spending more time with this person, whether it's male or female or whatever. All of a sudden, those shields and distance, we get a little closer just
It's to
because
let your guard
you
down.
can be my friend, male or female, doesn't matter. Okay, well, if I have a intimate reason for being with you, okay, then hey, all of those walls are broken down. That's something that I'm not saying you should be always questioning or testing people, but whenever there's like, you don't really seem like a person who likes doing their nails because you are a hairy fat guy.
But you're just all about that, queen.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
your
think
nails
so.
are bit off and jagged and yellow, and you've got a hangnail. But you like nails because I'm at a nail salon and you saw me. Maybe ask them about nails and this isn't you don't know anything about nails. What's this?
Yeah, you don't have to attack anybody,
Yes.
but digging deeper and
Yeah.
exploring those things,
Yeah.
just like I said, ulterior motives is what I don't like from people. The people that you have around you that seem to be the most brutally honest, and I'm not saying rude. I don't like people who are like that. Well, I'm just being honest and say the rudest thing to your face.
Oh yeah,
But-
give me that out and or don't be offended. But I'm going to say the most offensive thing
And then
that
they
I
totally say
yeah.
something nasty to you.
Yeah.
But people who like to be honest about things are usually safer people to be around, because you don't have to wonder what they're thinking. You don't have to wonder what
Or
they're trying to get from you.
If they're going to say something and there's let's say, I don't like that you picked that gray. Let's just say that. Let's just say gray.
Okay.
And you really like gray. I know that. So that's why I said gray. Okay. If I was like, hey, no offense, but gray is the dumbest color I've ever seen in the entire world. I can't believe you picked that. Now, now there's that. And I'm going to say an
just rude.
offensive thing.
Yeah.
And I get away with it because I said, well, don't get offended.
No
But
offense,
then
but
there's, hey, no offense, but I'm not sure if the choice of color that you made for your microphone cover was the absolute best for the podcast.
okay.
There's a whole different way,
Yeah,
and that's
totally.
hey, I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. I'm just saying my opinion, and it's being very nice and being very thoughtful
Yes.
of it.
And not masking it with actual rudeness.
Correct. Yeah, in that get out of jail free card. Well, don't get mad, but here's something that'll make you very mad.
Yeah, so there's a balance in
Promise
that.
you won't get mad.
No.
God, I hate
I'm
that.
already mad. I'm already mad if you said that.
No, I'm not promising nothing. I promise you I'm getting madder. Bet.
Matter of fact, I'm getting madder.
Mad Hatter.
So there's just things to look at whenever you're around people, anyone in your life, like you said, male or female. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest, but especially when it is, because that's usually when you're opening up your intimacy circle in whichever way that you see that. And so be careful. Don't everybody write off every guy or every girl because you had bad experiences in that way, but do just be a little more aware. And, I have a daughter that's in college and she lives far away, and she is the youngest one that's in her dorms. And she came home one night and was like, hey guys, I know y'all are from a totally different place than me, but I'm from Texas and we lock our doors at night. We're young women in college with the door unlocked.
Well, actually, a lot of people in Texas don't lock their doors.
It depends on what type of small town you're in.
Well,
but
that
she's
is
not
true.
in a small town.
But you know what they do have?
A gun.
A shotgun everywhere. In
Right.
every room, underneath the bed and beside the toilet. They've got a gun, because that locked door is not for the people who occupy the house.
Yeah.
It is for the people who may want to intrude.
So if you're
on
not
said
from
house.
Texas, that's real. This cowboy mentality, I'm sorry, but it is real.
Yes.
But at least her awareness too was, we're not safe. You can't trust everyone.
Situational awareness and being self preservative for her and her friends, who are just, it sounded like, I wasn't listening in, but it sounded like their head was in the cloud and just tee-hee.
Well, just trusting. It was a true trusting thing. And I'm telling you right now, from my earliest young adult life till yesterday, basically, that was me, because I like to think people are like me and that people are honest and have the best intentions, and people generally are not like that.
Well,
and I don't
they
like to think
can't.
that.
And-
they can be, but
yeah.
it could be rare, and you can have just look for the red flags and just be a little aware.
I used to pick up hitchhikers, and by hitchhikers, it'd be some guy walking down a long road, and I'd try and give him a ride, because I used to have to walk down really long roads. I just wish, man, if somebody could pick me up, save me an hour of walking in 10 minutes, just because we're driving normal speed. So I would pick up random people on the side of the road. Now, I would think they have the best of intentions and they are just walking. I did all of that while making sure that my pistol safe was off, and made sure there was one in the chamber and had it readily beside me. Pick them up. Hey, how you doing? Life is good. I'd have that gun right there just in case, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt.
So I like that, actually, in the literal comparison to the way I look at people, relationships, and just people in general in my life. It's like, okay, you can help somebody out, but why don't you just go ahead and have everything kind of ready to go?
Yeah.
And I'm working in my life to find the delicate balance so that I don't push people away or accuse people of things that are not real, but at the same time saying, here's my good intentions, but let me be very aware and up and on guard.
Well, and the hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a delicate balance to learn how to do that. And so when you're watching TV shows, like I said, I internalize a lot of things like this. And I took this hard because I was like, Joe, you're a bad person. You manipulated these people and they met the ultimate fate, which is usually death. And, the people that did make it through severe trauma and things like that. But I like looking at something like this so that we can reflect it. I say we because I'm talking to you guys, to reflect it on your own life. Don't just take everyone at face value. Don't be mean. Don't be a witch. Don't overdo it. I'm telling myself this too. But to make sure that you're really looking for signs and signals of people and for your safety, because this world is made up of a lot of people. And if you're a great person with great intentions, that doesn't mean that everyone else is. But find the balance. Everyone's not a monster.
And I've got something for the people who watch you and are on Joe's side, Team Joe and all of that. I want you to just stop and write down all of the facts. Take away the feelings, write down all the facts, and then really think about who you're siding with and how much of a facade, what it can do to you. So really, whenever somebody comes up and tells you, oh, I'm going to take care of you, I'll never hurt you, and they slap you around and say, oh, I would never do that, I'm going to take care of you, I protect you, and they slap you around. And I'm not saying that's like this, a friend could do that. Like, oh, you're my buddy, I would never hurt you, and then they punch you. And it's not like, toughen up, haha, they just punch you because they can. That type of, okay, the guy said, I'm going to take care of you with you or with me, Joe, in your life. It'll be so much better. He kills them. just because he made a sob story about it, made up a fantasy version of how he's going to make it better, look at the actual facts of what he did and who he is, and then bring that into your real life scenarios. Man, but no. Steven from accounting, he said, that could never happen, but then it did, and he let it happen.
On whatever level. Verbally,
yes.
physically, just the manipulation with lies and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's okay to protect yourself and just be aware.
Yes.
So if you have never seen the TV series I would say watch it for fun if you like that kind of dark mystery solving type of things. And yeah, we just said a whole bunch of names. A bunch of people are dead. We didn't ruin it, okay? You can still watch it and enjoy it because we left out so much.
Yeah, we didn't talk about a bunch of them. It was the general concept of Joe not being a good person.
So we don't like people who are not good people.
Sure don't.
And
except for Dexter. And yeah, here you go. If you watch You and you get so frustrated with it, switch to Dexter. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you not. I have a whole different opinion on that, which is for a different podcast. So we'll have to agree to disagree at the end right here. But thank you so much for joining us. We always have different topics, talk about things that are interesting to us, touch on them, sometimes go a little bit deeper. If you have any ideas you'd like to send our way, and you're seeing this on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, any way that you see it, if you want to just drop a comment, leave us an idea, or just tell us you don't like my hair or whatever.
I don't like your mascara.
At least I put some on. Okay. At least this time I put some on. Okay, guys. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, drive on the road, or the rest of your day at work. Oh, you should probably be working at work. I don't listen to podcasts at work.
Absolutely not.
And just be safe. And we are here to entertain you. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Deuces.